The NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. Coming up next.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
2nd and 3 now. From the 34. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Watson working in the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Stays in the pocket, isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush, because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And they're brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. In time, the time is not on his side.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carr starting with a throw. Finds him over the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Pistol snap to Carr. Complete beyond the marker. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Carr with it on 1st. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
2nd and 6 now. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing again, it's Carr. He fires one deep down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 4th down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. So through 1 this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll take over here following that punt to end the 1st. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm sorry, kid. I'm trying to remember a time that we saw a lead change on a safety. It's been a while. And that effort defensively nearly got it done. So close to the goal line with that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Uh-oh, it's loose. Line ball inside the end zone. Well, props for the recovery, but before he can escape the end zone, he's hauled down. That's a safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too, because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck, but cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Carr now on 1st and 10. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air. Carr. This one's taken in by Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Got his target. It's Hill. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, "You have a tight end with his hand on the ground?" "Yes, coach." "You have a fullback still on your roster?" "Yes, coach." "Then you're going to be just fine."
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. And it's the Saints with a 2nd and 7. Running back, motioning right. Carr here from the gun. Has it at the 7. It's a New Orleans touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. To return to Jerome Ford. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Watson now. He'll get this to Tillman. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Working from the gun, Watson. Finding Judy. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, Watson. That's complete, David Njoku. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sticking to the air with Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it! And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, here's Watson. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So at halftime, the Saints fighting to an advantage on the road. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check-down yards.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. From the shotgun, Carr. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on second down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Carr throwing on 3rd. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Browns getting their offense out there. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. Third down coming up. To throw, here's Watson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. First and 10 from the 41. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Carr with it on first. He's got Shaheed. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Second and 3 now. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing his car. Connects with Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They bring the tight end in motion. They give on second to Kamara. Jukes out a one-stop. This is ahead for about 5. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. That's third and less than a yard.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Five men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Another run for Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They'll run the toss to Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns down by a touchdown. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Watson looking to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's on the move. And he'll get it up to the 27.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. He'll look to throw it. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Setting up to pass. He's got a man left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Flushed out of the pocket. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Escapes the pocket. Took off with it again. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
First and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Throwing is Watson. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Carr. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are in bounds. Oh, what a play! So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.